Okay, now I'm going to do this. This is the second part of that response to Israelite. Now, Israelite made mention about being born again. Okay, so what does it mean to be born again? Okay, that's what I want to address right quick. Okay, he quoted John. He says here, read John 3. Okay, and talking about being born again. So what I want to do is go to First Peter chapter. Well, let's just kind of read it right quick what he said about in John 3. Okay, and then we're going to do First Peter. Okay, John 3 says, this is where Yahshua is. I'm going to read just a few verses. Yahshua answered and said unto him, verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of Yah. Right? And now, he also says in that same verse, I believe it says something about being born here. Okay, verse 5. Then Yahshua answered verily and said, I say unto thee, except a man be born of the water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of Yah. So the key word is being born again, means being born of the water and the Spirit, right? Okay, I'm going to deal with the water part. The washing of the water by the word. That's where it says in one place there. Okay. Ephesians 5:26 says that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of the water by the word. So what word are we talking about being washed by? Okay. The word that we call the word is Yahshua was the word manifested in the flesh, which is the law in manifestation. He kept the law in all points, right? Because he is the walking law, okay? So that's the word. The word is walking in the law. The Messiah's intent was for us to be just like him, right? So now if we go to 1 Peter 4, he explains that in 1 Peter 4, 1 Peter rather, 1 Peter, what I say, 1 Peter 1 and 10, I think it was. Okay, so let's go there right quick. All right, 1 Peter 1, we're going to start at verse 13. 1 Peter verse 1:13 says, wherefore gird up the loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end of the favor that is brought unto you at the revelation of Yahshua the Messiah. What is that favor? What's what he says here? As obedient children, right? Not fashioning yourselves according to the former lust of your ignorance. So walking in the flesh is talking about walking in the lust of your ignorance, right? While we were not knowledgeable that we are supposed to keep the Most High's law, we were ignorant, right? Now, second part he says here is, but as he which hath called you is holy, so be you holy in all manner of conversation. And that word conversation is not talking about just talking. It's talking about your lifestyle, right? If we go to the, just for sake of the argument, go to verse 15 and look at that word conversation. It's the Greek word anastrophe, which says behavior. Behavior. So we have to have a behavior, right? Now going back to what the text says, that you verse 15, but as he has called you is holy, so be you holy in all manner of behavior, right? How you live. That's how we're supposed to walk according to the law of the Most High. Because it is written, be ye holy for I am holy. Where is that found at? Okay. Where do we find anyone saying, be holy for I am holy? We find that in the Tanakh, what the world calls the Old Testament. And what is the Most High's definition of being holy? Walk in righteousness. Walk in the law that is designed to teach you how to walk in righteousness, right? Now, verse 16, 1 Peter 1:16, because it is written, be ye holy for I am holy. Verse 17, and if you call on the Father without respect of persons, judge it according to every man's work, right? Pass the time of your sojourning here in fear. Okay, for as much as you know that we are not redeemed with corruptible things as silver and gold from your vain conversation or from your vain behavior received by the traditions of your fathers, see, He's saying the same thing that Yahshua talked about, traditions. He's not talking about the Most High's law. He's talking about traditions of the fathers or the elders. The Most High's law is not traditions of men. The Most High's law is his law, right? But with precious blood, the precious blood as of the Lamb without blemish and without spot. Verse 20, who verily was foreordained before the foundation of the world, but was manifested in these last times for you. Verse 21, who by him do believe in Elohim that raised him up from the dead and gave him glory, that your faith and hope might be in Elohim. Verse 22, seeing you have purified your souls in obeying the truth through the Spirit. Obeying what truth? What the Most High said, which is his law. That's obeying the Spirit through truth, right? Until unfeigned love of the brethren, seeing that you love one another with a pure heart fervently, right? Being born again, here's the kicker. Being born again, not of corruptible seed, right? But of incorruptible by the word of Elohim, which liveth and abideth forever. So his word, and you cannot separate his word from his law, from his commandments, because his commandments and his word is one and the same. So when the Messiah says, if you love me, keep my commandments, he's talking about the same law, the same word that the Most High spoke to the nation of Israel. If you love me, keep my commandments. That's the law that he's talking about that we keep, which is called the law of liberty. Right? Keep it, and we shall live. And on that note, shalom, shalom, shalom.